Looks cool already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is kind of like the homepage.
Mhm.
I guess there's like so much going on here that like I really don't want to spend that much time on it, honestly. Like I look at the factor thing because like that's kind of interesting to see like
Mhm.
what's going on.
Can you click into those like to see what they define as large value growth, or large value or large growth?
Yeah, like then they have like even more factors. Like you can see like spin-offs are doing this year or like
Oh wow, okay.
let me get this out here. So you can do stuff like anything you see really you can always like expand on.
Mm-hmm.
You can like it's kind of like a weird ratio, but like spin-offs to the S&P/Y.
Okay.
The way I usually the things I usually use most are like the watch list and the transcript search. So I think this is pretty cool for the transcripts.
Yeah, what even is that?
So say like you had a weird idea. So like recently I was thinking about clothing material. So I was like searching like polyester and I could
Oh
do it
shit. Okay.
by companies like Lululemon and like Nike. Yeah, you don't
Oh,
even have to get the ticker right. You can usually like type the name or the
okay. But
and
you're able to search polyester through the transcript of the earnings call is what it looks like.
yep. And then
Huh.
maybe I didn't spell it right. We'll just do cotton. So I'm gonna spell that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'll show you all the instances. It'll highlight it for you. It'll take you right there.
That's crazy.
So like any like weird idea you have, you can always like kind of back trace it to see if like it exists in the world and people also are thinking it and acting on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and then like and even if you don't know like what companies might do that idea, you can just search the term, the phrase, and you'll find companies that get involved in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. And then I usually use the watch list feature the most just because like it's a great way of organizing stuff. So I have like I'll just make like stupid little watch lists for like little topics.
Okay.
Just to like.
Okay. Yeah. I gotcha. So advertising, solar, plastic. Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah, just like stuff I know that like makes sense to me.
Uh-huh.
And
What is anti-plastic out of curiosity?
well, so Canada just banned single-use plastics, and there are all these like towns around me that ban single-use plastics. So it's kind of the theme of more paper products and more aluminum products replacing single-use plastics.
Oh, okay. So like the paper straws and all that type of stuff versus plastic and all that.
Yeah, and then like Tupperware has like a partnership where they can they have like these things in certain stores where it's like reusable plastic things where like it's like instead of like a return deposit, you bring the bottle back and they wash it and use it again.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
like so they're kind of playing on it too. So I'll do stuff like that. And then you can use different like filters to like for what like metrics you want to look at.
Stuff.
Yeah, just like because like for different like sectors, different filters will matter, and you can like sort it, and you can like add cool. Yeah, my computer's things, but you can add like anything you want. Like there's so many different tickers.
Yeah. Oh, this is can you write formulas?
You can. I've been trying to like do that a little better. I was trying to make a like a burn rate formula last night, but I think it was too complex for this. But yeah, you can make formulas.
Could
like
you
free
show
cash
me
flow to
one
share? That might be like a formula that, like I might have made.
that they've got stock? If you don't mind, because I'm curious to know what language it's in. Just because if I know it, then I will absolutely help you, Pat. I write formulas every day, all day. So,
Okay.
and queries and stuff like that, and sock wool and a bunch of different stuff. So Um, yeah. So let's just do like, so if you were to write a report, I guess that would be under analytics probably, right?
Where you see that?
See to the left under the dashboards where it's like our market dashboard, analytics, and advanced search.
So I don't know why this is called analytics, honestly. So like this is just like a lots of chart feature. So if you have like the S&P 500, you can see this like quickly like what's up for the day and what's down for the day.
Okay.
And you can change the chart to like different. I do the 20 and the 50 M day. And then this is kind of the same thing, just visualized differently, just based on market cap and.
Okay.
But this for me, I did market cap net income.
Yeah. Look how crazy Apple is out to the right.
Yeah, it's just like a beast, and it's like the most profitable. It's like
I know, it's just nuts. It's just
but
every
you
time
can do it for your own
it.
watch list too. You can like
Uh-huh.
so like construction industry. You can see like Home Depot, the biggest.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow, they're twice. I would have never thought they were twice Lowe's, to be honest with you. Like I would have thought Lowe's would be closer, but good for them. Wow.
Yeah. So it's cool to visualize stuff like this. Like whoa, like it's that big of a difference between the two companies.
Yeah. Would you click on graphs for me in the bottom left?
Yeah. So this is usually just I'll just do Home Depot. But so yeah, and here's like pretty quick too. You can like use like a lot of keyboard shortcuts to do stuff. So you only use your mouse. So for graphs, you can like you do Lowe's.
Okay, and compare them.
So for over the last year, Lowe's, Home Depot. And then you can do the historical graph where you can add like data series where you get like CapEx last 12 months.
Okay.
Then we'll do Lowe's CapEx.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, you can just like, I don't know, like Home Depot is bigger and they can spend more money to get bigger. Like it's like the two directions it's going in. Yeah, I don't know. You can see a lot of cool stuff real quick.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see.
And you can always like just do stuff like
they
that.
Have like news and stuff too.
The news, yeah.
Okay, yep. So right there, gotcha.
Yeah, I haven't really played around with the news segment too much, but like they have different topics. I think they're trying to like aggregate Substacks at some point in this thing.
That's cool.
So yeah, the most of the stuff I do is just like the financial analyst tool. Use this. This is like super powerful. So just like at a quick glance, you can get all the financials super clean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like extremely clean. It's all there. It's usually pretty accurate. There might be like a weird like.
It's probably like a 15-minute delay, like most of them. But
yeah,
I mean, on the retail side, 15 minutes. Okay.
And then like
yeah, exactly.
And the multiples thing is really helpful too. I usually look at the multiples a lot because you're like you can compare across like companies like.
Oh, that's super cool.
Like like Home Depot, and then you can bring it out and you can look at it historically to see like, is this like
wow?
Home Depot.
Are they growing? Are they shrinking? All that.
Yeah, it's like Home Depot is like it's usually not trading like this cheaply. Like,
and I assume like. Can you set like alerts maybe or something like that almost or
I don't know if alerts. So I guess like kind of like as a retail trader, you would like I have like Thinkorswim right here. Like you kind of have like a host of tools. You kind of like watch everything. Like you can do alerts on Thinkorswim. I know that.
Yeah, as I would just be curious if you could say, if Home Depot's, I guess we're looking at price to earnings, right? It's 10. let me know.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. If it hit 10, like auto buy or like some crazy stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's all I was thinking is just because like it looks like only in 2009 did it ever get down that low, and so it'd be like, okay, historically speaking, anyway, this would be something to look at.
Yeah. What else do I do? Yeah, the transcript charge is like really powerful. It's like definitely one of the coolest.
That's one of the coolest things, yeah, I've ever seen.
Yeah, and like then you can just all your transcripts right there, anyways. Like everything. Even just Control F, like cement. I don't know. Like you can just like Control F anything. It's right there. It works.
Yeah, like revenue or whatever. Yeah,
it works.
That's cool.
But there's like definitely stuff here that I don't use either, like that I'm missing as well. Like, another cool thing is for so say you're looking at ETF, you can
What's
just, like,
in it?
you can look at the holdings real quick.
Yeah,
and see
that's
everything.
actually one of my favorite things to do is like kind of rip off the. Oh, so you're a good ETF. Well, who's doing well for you?
Yeah, totally. If a sector is certain hot, you can see what's like the strongest performing company in the sector real quick.
Yeah.
So
this is cool.
And you can do the reverse, like for Home Depot, you can see like
the ETF. What ETFs is it in?
Yeah. And it does a cool thing where it shows you like the actual like notional value of like the stock. So if like really small caps, you can be like, wow, like, okay.
Well, look at that though, 269 ETFs that have it, and then 134 million shares of that value. Okay.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. So basically, if that far graph on the right, so 13% of Home Depot is owned by a US ETF, is what that reads to me. Is that
that's how I read it
too? Okay. Which is, I mean, pretty sweet. That's not a bad gig.
Yeah, 13%. Like at this point, like I would say like 10 to 15% is like pretty, for like a big company, that's pretty standard.
Okay.
And you can download everything to Excel too, which is cool.
Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's super cool.
So if like you're creating a watch list, you can upload tickers to your watch list. Except the one issue I did have, I tried to download the Russell 2000 and upload to a watch list, and I couldn't do it. But
well, it might have just been too big of a data set.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
What I do in those situations is run it on a shorter time frame.
Okay.
I mean, I have to pull big data all the time, and sometimes, unless you've got like servers behind you to do it, basically, chunk it up into two, and you can usually pull it out. So if you were running all time, run just last year or the last 2 years, and usually you'll get the data out, if you will. But if you're running, like, I assume you're running like to your laptop or something like that, right?
Yeah, like I have a computer too, but yeah, it was just, I tried it like a bunch of different ways. I'm like, oh, I'll do like 300 stocks this time. Like,
still, can you run it to?
I'll give it another shot.
That would be another way to do it as well from a compute perspective.
Yeah, because then like on the watch list, you can break it up by like segment and like sector and shit. So I'm trying to think of what was cool to show.
Do you have like any like my dashboards? Did you, or have you made anything?
You can do like your like personal portfolio and stuff. I haven't really kept up with that, so it's like kind of outdated.
Okay.
Because I just use it from the watch list view.
Okay.
So I don't really need that. But yeah, you can look at just like the dashboards do, like they do show a lot if you like look at these.
Yeah.
Into this stuff.
Crazy. Okay.
Like I think you can even like search like economic data. So like
I see yield curve there too, and like I would be very curious to see like, can you compare how Home Depot does when the yield curve inverts or something weird like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't
like,
think you
like an and statement. This is a very powerful tool, though.
It is. It's honestly the type of thing that like once you get it,
Yeah.
You'll
No,
have
I mean, like, I'm poking around on everything from Google, TV Ameritrade, all the other standard stuff, if you will, right? Like, this is pretty sweet.
I guess the one thing this doesn't have, so like like on the other brokerages, like on your brokerage, you can get like access to like the sell side, some sort of sell side report. Like I don't think you have that on this, but those are kind of like if you have a brokerage account, you can get them anywhere, I guess. So it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to show maybe like a specific example of how you like some of your half-baked investing ideas and how you've looked them up or tracked them in Koyfin?
Yeah, so I guess like a recent one, I was looking at Latch and their enterprise value, and I was like, I'm like, whoa, so Koyfin is showing a negative enterprise value. I know that the cash metric is pretty stale, so like it might be only 200 million at this point, but that's still like
Where
pretty
did it go?
interesting that like this software company is trading at like zero negative enterprise value. So what I was trying to do last night, I was trying to do the cash burn. Where I'll go in the balance sheet, I'll see the current assets, and I'll just divide it by their daily expenditures. So I have like the cash or short-term securities, prepaid expenses.
What is Latch? I'm actually not familiar with them.
It was like one of Chamath's specs, and it's like a property management tool. So they have these special doorknobs that you install in the doors in your apartment building, and it's connected to a software on the back end. And the users don't have keys; they have an app on their phone that they have to get into their building with.
Oh, it's just like what they do in hotels. I don't know if you've been to like any of the newer ones where you can like have your Marriott or your IHG app and you can just get your key digitally now.
Yeah, exactly like that. So it's basically like Latch is like, oh, these people can't delete the app, so we're gonna start cross-selling them other stuff like cable or like dry cleaning, like other house stuff on their phone because they can't delete the app. And so, but they haven't done that yet.
Okay.
They only have like 120,000 doors right now, which is like.
But basically, what you're saying is trading at $1.26, it's trading under its enterprise value. So therefore, it would be potentially a good investment. This is the thought process, right?
It's interesting because strictly because it has no debt and it's a bunch of cash, and so they have like a runway where they can make it happen, and they do have actual like revenues coming in and stuff. It's just not like.
So it seems to be that 264 minus the 181 is getting you to 80.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cash
And the debt's like a non-factor, really, like
right. But I wonder if that means it's all tied up in short-term investments or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how that math makes sense.
Yeah, like you'd be surprised. There's like a lot of companies that like there's like hundreds of like probably 100 biotechs right now that trade at negative enterprise value.
Okay.
It's kind of like it was like a super rare thing like a year and a half ago. You probably never even heard of it, but now like today you can go fishing around, you can find it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean like I've never had access to be able to really look at enterprise value in this way, truthfully. So
yeah, that's why this is so powerful. You can see stuff and be like, whoa.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And it's so quick that you can like make decisions quicker and like it saves a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I guess you go to
total. Like, so it's 0. Like you said, there's no debt, 0.8%. I mean,
like,
or $2.7 million on 181 million. So who cares? It's like that's nothing.
Yeah. So if you have like any faith in their underlying technology and like promise of the company, they have a runway to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, even here you can like oh, like are insiders seeing this? Are they buying this? Like so stuff like that.
Does it have like where your brokerage does where it would say, analysts stuff too, or not really? It's okay if it doesn't too. I just am curious.
Not really. I don't think. They give you like estimates.
Hmm. I wonder if they're like Koyfin estimates or if they're just they might just be the estimates of what's published or something like that. I don't know.
Well, it's saying we got
Oh,
11
the
analysts.
answers there. Okay.
We can't expand on it. So I think they pull their data from FactSet.
Okay.
So maybe there's certain things they just don't have. And this is like, there's a different tier of Koyfin too. I think that's above mine. So maybe there's other stuff you can do.
Gotcha.
But for
Is,
now, I think
is
just
this
the
the
ability.
paid? Is this a paid version that you're on?
Yeah, this is like the middle tier, I think.
Okay.
When I dink around on the one that's free, they really paywall you on a lot of stuff now, and most stuff.
Yeah.
Like I got frustrated trying to do the free tier. I was like, you can't really do anything.
Yeah, it's just a teaser. Honestly, they're like, I don't know if it used to be like even a year or two ago, probably 2 years ago, where you used to be able to just read everything on Seeking Alpha, and then like it's like you have 3 articles and like stuff like that. You're like, damn, I can't really
You
do much.
go open up a different incognito browser.
That's what I've been doing too. Yeah.
Or really, our trick is you do Control A, Control C real quick, and you paste into a Word document.
Oh, I like that. Nice. No, this has been awesome. Thank you so much, Pat, for showing, Nathan and I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
So
and there's a YouTube video somewhere with the Koyfin founder going through it with Koyfin common stock people too. That was pretty helpful.
Oh, that's cool.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
I'll definitely have to watch that.
In about a half hour, Stonk Metal and Neil Couch Investor are going to jump on, and I know Stock Metal he uses Koyfin a lot, and so he was going to show how he uses it too. But I know you guys probably
Yeah, I've got to go to the day job, unfortunately, but I will if we're going to record it, I'll definitely watch the recording, Nathan.
sounds good. We'll
Yeah.
do.
All righty. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. It was great talking with you too, Nathan.
Same, you guys. See y'all later.
All right.
Cool.
See you later.
Yeah.
Bye, Pat.
Later.